What's up, everybody? Today we're taking a look at Transformers Prime Beast Hunters Deluxe Bulkhead. Now this is something completely new, a brand new mold. We originally had two Voyagers from the Prime series, the RID one and the first edition Voyager. Now we have a Deluxe, which to me it does say Bulkhead still, but it really just, I don't know, the colors make me want to say Brawn, as a lot of reviewers have said already. But you can see Predaking up there. It says Transformers Prime. You see him in his robot mode. You can see him in the truck mode down there. It says Spinning Dragon Grinder, because they love slaying dragons now. It says Bulkhead. He has a strength of 10, as he should. And you see a little picture of him right there. And you come on back here. See him in the robot mode with his weapon, and in the armored truck mode once again. And the bio reads, "This big Autobot bruiser has enough strength to bust up entire Predacon armies." Again, it says Spinning Dragon Grinder, weapons attached to vehicle and robot mode, as you can see here. And this is the 7th figure of this wave. We originally did Starscream so far, and Ripclaw. And next coming up will be Smokescreen, guys, so stay tuned for that. But anyways, let's open up Deluxe Bulkhead and see what he's all about. Now we have Transformers Prime Beast Hunters Deluxe Bulkhead opened up and in his vehicle mode. But first off, just like all of them, like I keep saying, we're going to start off here with these little direction things, which say Chapter 9, Tales of the Beast Hunters, continued from Chapter 8, Ripclaw. And we can see happy little Ninja Turtle Bulkhead there. Come on down here. And it says Dragon Grinder. It says Dimendium Saw Blade spins fast enough to superheat the air near its surface. Super hot vortex near blade can be used to block incoming laser fire as well as damage enemies. And specially designed to quickly cut through dragon armor. And the rest of this story goes as, Bulkhead can't deny that the new weapons brought back to base by Bumblebee are pretty cool, but no one can figure out how to activate them. Autobot Ratchet is working on it in his lab, but Bulkhead would rather smash stuff than study, so he's been out in the middle of the desert for hours trying to get the thing to work. Which is interesting because I thought in the last episode we saw they all left Jasper and Nevada, but regardless, I guess they go to another desert, who knows. But he's just about to give up when Ripclaw plunges out of the sky and smashes into him. Before Bulkhead can react, the unknown dragon's tail claw grips his chest and rips away a chunk of armor. Even as his big Autobot pounds on his beastly opponent, giving as good as he gets, he feels the poisonous heat of the dragon's mech venom searing his circuitry. And this is continuing to Chapter 10, Deluxe Smokescreen. Hooray! But anyways, on to Bulkhead here, who really doesn't look like Bulkhead. The vehicle mode here, I think, really does look like Bulkhead, his old original alt mode. But it now has this new kind of dragon slaying, spiky beast huntery look with new colors that make him look like Brawn. You come over here, and here's his weapon, which is the Dragon Grinder. And it has a nice little dragon decoration over here. And it's a blade, kind of like Ratchet's from Dark of the Moon, that figure. But yeah, press it, and it spins. Sometimes it works, sometimes it don't. It has its good days, has its bad days. But now it's going to work every time I do it. But usually I do it, and it gets caught. But now it seems to be constantly spinning. Regardless, you could port it over here on the side like that, or you could port it over here, same exact thing. Pop that over, and now it's not working as you see. But that's that, and you can port it on top there. The weapon is okay, not really amazed by it. But you come over here and you can clearly see he's got visible hand syndrome, but you can have these all the way down, and you still will not cause friction. It'll roll very nicely. Push them up. Same exact thing. One thing is, this flips out here, like so, with all the bulkheads, and there's an Autobot symbol. So you can have that out. It's made mainly for robot mode, but the directions tell you to leave it out, though the package tells you otherwise. I think it's a fairly nice looking truck. The one thing I can say, though, he's got these painted blue windows on the side here, as to where he's a translucent blue here on the front. I wish they would have stuck with one scheme and kind of either kept it all light blue like this or all translucent. I would prefer the translucent, though, and he does have the peg holes on him. And he's definitely a weird kind of figure. I mean, he feels like he's got some nice weight to him, but it's definitely different, and there's definitely a whole mess going on back here. I don't know what all this is about, but here's the Beast Hunters Bulkhead, and then here's the new Beast Hunters Smokescreen. As you can see, there's definitely pretty even. I mean, he's got these little spikes here that make him a little lengthier, but they're just about the same in length because they're both Deluxes. And that's another thing. The Bulkhead is usually a Voyager. This is the first time we're getting him as a Deluxe in a completely new mold. And like I just got saying, here's the Voyager Bulkhead, the first edition. Big difference. Huge difference here. You can see the scheme here. Okay, this is definitely his original truck, but they just added things to it. It's the robot mode that really just throws you off. Definitely a huge difference. This is a much higher quality and better figure. Obviously, it's more expensive. Whereas this is a Deluxe. I don't know the rarities on Wave 2 yet, but it's definitely something that I don't think is going to be too rare. I can't see too many people actually picking him up. I don't have any problems with the actual figure that make me dislike the mold and such. It's definitely not my favorite Bulkhead figure. Now, he does roll very nice, like I said, but these do kind of curl in here. So that's due to transformation, and sometimes it really falls in there on their own, and I don't understand why it does that. I guess it's just, not that it's loose, it's just, I don't know. It should kind of lock in, or maybe have a tab inside here to tab into the orange part of the hood. But what are you going to do? Now, they're going back again. This happened with Ripclaw, not so much Starscream or Smokescreen, but this has like black hints in the orange here. And it kind of makes him just look dirty. He's got some like white kind of yellow smirks in here. As you can see, this is all colored kind of brown in here. I swear you go to this side, and this is all brown, but they kind of just gave up. We're like, oh, there's some green in there, whatever. It kind of makes every figure have its own individuality, but it's really not working and worth it for me personally. Now on to transformation. You're going to come over here, flip up these doors. They'll untab from this section right here. Come over here and rotate these back. It's kind of like the same thing with Knockout again. Same kind of transformation. Come over here, and these are on ball joints, these panels. Push them back, and that'll reveal his feet. So now you've got that. You can come and bring that down. Flip this up. Take this whole section, untab it. Once you've done that, come over here, and you can slot that up, push that in. Lift this whole section out. Extend the arms out. They're on ball joints in there. Bring the crotch piece in. Now this will not, there's a tab there, but it doesn't really stay in too securely. So you're going to want to push that in. Stand up his feet. Put these wheels in. Like so. And that's why they curl in, like I told you before. You can bring this down. Keep these open. Bring the arms down. Rotate them on those swivels. Same thing over here. Fix this up. But you're going to come up here. You lift this whole section up. You push the wheels in. You open these up. Fix his arms out. Come over here. Pull these out. One's harder than the other, it appears. There you go. Pop that out like so. Then you can bring this down over his head. And this is, I guess you can angle him up. I don't think it's supposed to do that. But yeah, here we have Deluxe Bulkhead in his robot mode. And now with him in his robot mode, this is definitely different. Definitely where I'm going to say now, this isn't Bulkhead. And that's not just me. There's definitely been a lot of people that have said that. And I know he looks like Brawn. He looks like a Ninja Turtle. He looks like nothing. He looks like he is so happy to be. But here's the difference. Up here, this head does really look like he's smiling. But what it is these are actually horns. And what that blue smiley face really looks like is really like an eye visor. And then he still has his original kind of silver jaw. I don't know if you guys can really see this. I don't think it's going to clear up. But if you block out the horns, that's really what it is. And it still doesn't excuse the kind of look we're having here. It's just weird to me. And the whole curling arm thing, not really digging that too much. I mean, he has a swivel right here below the shoulder. I mean, so he can swivel up and he could go 360 degrees there. He has the ball joint so he can go forward and back, but all that's going to get in the way. The head here can rotate on a ball joint, but it only goes left and right. I mean, there's a good enough movement out of it that he can go up and down a little bit as well. The waist does not rotate at all because, like I said, that just clips in there. And here he has ball jointed hips. Now, go forwards a little bit, but they get stuck on this little spike here. They go back, out, in, bend at the knee. Really tough now. Like, that's really tough to bend. But what's loose is the swivel here. This is extremely loose, right below the ball jointed hip. That's an easy fix though with some Scotch tape. And down here on the foot, that's on a ball joint. So, I mean, you could pull that down a little bit if you wanted to open these legs up and kind of put them down like that. So that is a possibility, but it just doesn't say Bulkhead for me. It just doesn't. Now, he does have the dragon gun, whatever, that pegs into either forearm, and you can have that, but you can't, like, it's just weird look. I mean, you could go this way and have him holding it like that, or I can turn it like this, I guess, and then have it straight out or curled down. It's just very, very weird. And this just doesn't stay together. This doesn't tab in anything. The doors stay wide open, and this just has to sit up here like this. It doesn't lock in or nothing that I can see. Maybe this slides back. No, nothing. This just isn't going anywhere. This has to stay back here, and this has to sit on top of his head and his shoulders. That kind of giving him shoulder armor. Now he has wings, or you can close it in and give him his shell for just an even weirder kind of backpack here. And, you know, if the hands do curl in and out, like I mentioned, it's just not Bulkhead for me. If you're going to pick this up, I'm going to definitely say, pick this up with intentions of saying, this is my Brawn figure. But anyways, here's Beast Hunter's Bulkhead. And then we have Beast Hunter's Bumblebee and Optimus Prime. And if you're seeing this here, he's really short. Bumblebee is taller than Bulkhead. And then just a final comparison. Here's the Voyager First Edition Bulkhead. Obviously, this is just a completely new looking scheme here. If they would have kept with the kind of all green concept, I guess I would have considered it Bulkhead. But it still just screams Brawn to me. And I would have wished they would have kept him as a Voyager instead of going down to a deluxe size here. That's really weird. Now, I mean, until I really fix the swivels in here, I'm not going to be able to really show off any great poses, I suppose. And it's really getting your hand in there that's tough with that roof on. Like, you got to lift it and put it back. And I guess we can curl the arm. I don't know. It's weird. It's not. See, the swivels just are really messing me up. I need to really get them fixed before I get him any kind of great pose. But this section right here kind of just makes him look like a knight from like medieval times or something. And actually, you know what? If anyone's a Full Metal Alchemist fan, you know what? That's exactly what this reminds me of right here. Al from Full Metal Alchemist, and that suit of armor that he wears, this whole section, his head to this whole piece right here, reminds me of Al, just now repainted green and gold and blue. And this is light piping right here, but it doesn't really work too well unless you put a light in there. But as for transformation back, I'll just set him back to normal real quick. Unpeg that. Oh, and actually, let's see if he can hold this in his hand. Yep, he can hold it in his hand, and I believe, because of the roof joint, I mean, you could store this all back here, and you can put it back there as well. So that is an option for you. But you just want to come over here, and you're going to want to lift this section up, straighten out the head, lift this all up. Once you do that, come over here, and you can swing that down, swing this out, and this will just slide into the headlight section here. Bring those wheels out. And you want to take this section, slide these in, they'll click together, keep these doors up, bring this over here, swing the arms back, push this down, it should lock into place. Then you come around back here, you want to angle these so that the ball joint's in and they're curled up, like so. Do the same thing over here, just bend them in like that, keep those doors up. Come over here to the legs. You want to flip these up, make them even with the rest of the roof of the truck. Tab these together. There's that. Now you come over here and swing this all the way up. Bend them here at the knees completely so they're nice and flat. Again, keep those together. Keep that all tabbed in. And then you want to make sure that these ball joints right here are facing upward. You want the shoulder to be down. That way these two have tabs inside of them. Will tab into the centerpiece there. That was pretty much like the skeleton of the whole body here. Then you want to bend this up so that the knee sections here will fold into the rest of it. Put that all together. As you can see, these will slot in there and tab in. Then you bring the arms down. There's a little slot right here that will tab in there. Just push it in. Come over here and do the same exact thing. And we have kind of a DeLorean kind of look here. So you push that in. Give everything a nice tight squeeze. And like I said, this is your option to leave that up. I like to keep it flipped under there like all the other Bulkheads. And now we have him back in the truck mode. And then lastly, you could just take this if you choose and peg this right up here. And there's a full complete Beast Hunter's Bulkhead look. And guys, I think you have plenty of other options for a Bulkhead for your Prime collection. This is, of course, the Beast Hunter series, but it's still Transformers Prime. This is really, like I said, a Brawn kind of look. I mean, we even have a Transformers GDO Generations figure coming out that is Brawn, and all it is the first edition Bulkhead from the Prime series, repainted with a new head sculpt. So with these colors on here, it really kind of is going along with that as well. So this really looks like a Brawn to me, not really a Bulkhead at all whatsoever. The truck mode does. The truck mode I don't mind. I kind of like the look of this truck mode here, except for the weapon being attached. But other than that, guys, I can't say to pick up this figure. I mean, this and Starscream are not figures that I think are absolutely necessities for your collection. But he is a fun figure. I do like him as Brawn. I do like the whole look. I do like him as a deluxe for Brawn. But naming him as Bulkhead is just plain silly. But I did pick this guy up at BigBadToyStore.com. I got all 4 of Wave 2 for the Beast Hunter series Deluxes for about $15 a pop, which is $1 cheaper each than I would have gotten them at Toys R Us. And if you're really waiting to get these, if you're interested, you could probably find them cheaper or something at Walmart or Target. But really, Big Bad Toy Store is a great spot to go and buy your figures. But hey, if you liked the review, you can check me out every Tuesday and Friday for brand new reviews. Hit that subscribe button, like the video if you liked it, and leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you thought of the Transformers Prime Beast Hunters Deluxe Bulkhead. But like I said, guys, he's a good, solid figure. He's just not Bulkhead to me. And once again, guys, stay tuned for more giveaways. And this is Mr. TF Prime, and I want to thank you for watching.